Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So welcome all of you in today's session. Apologies, actually I had another session and it just slipped out of my mind that 8:30 is this session. I was just under regular impression of 7 to 9. That's the regular timing of sessions. So I just was in midst of some concept and then I got the reminder of this class. So that's when I just messaged to Prabhuji, Raja Prakash Prabhu, that I will join at 9. So usually otherwise I have adjusted classes in a way that I can begin at 8:30. Otherwise usual timing of Mahavidyalaya classes is 7 to 9, but what I do is I take from 7 to 8:30 only. Just today became an exception. Okay, so let's proceed. Yeah. Okay, so we are studying chapter 7, Jnana Vijnana Yoga. We have completed up to text 14. Today we want to almost reach towards the end of the chapter. And in next session, we will begin the next chapter. That's what is the plan. Knowing Krishna by hearing about him, verses 1 to 3. We talked about the qualification to hear about Krishna, the rarity of this knowledge, what is jnana, vijnana. Then we spoke about Krishna's material and spiritual energies, right? Jiva Shakti and Maya Shakti in verses 4 to 12. How he is pervading the entire creation by being the essence of everything, everything being his vibhuti, especially special opulence, vibhuti. Vibhuti means Vishesha Bhuti, special existence. Bhuti means existence. So Vibhuti means some special existence, like, you know, Mriganam Mrigendroham. Amongst the animals, lion, that is Vibhuti. You will not call some, some any animal as Vibhuti. Vibhuti means special, actually, something special. That's the most powerful manifestation within that category. Sthavaranam Himalaya. So there are many mountains, but Himalaya is it's the biggest amongst the amongst the stable mountains, the mountains that don't fly. Sthavaranam Himalaya. So that's Vibhuti. So Krishna, actually, everything is Krishna's Vibhuti in that sense. That Vibhuti is being empowered by by Krishna, like that. It's a special manifestation of his opulence, spark of his opulence. So Krishna remains the controller of material, spiritual, Jiva Shakti, all three kinds of energies. Krishna controls the modes, so that's why there is only one way to overcome the influence of modes. Maya controls primarily through modes. So surrender. Mameva ye prapadyante, maya metam tarantite. So we discussed this verse also elaborately yesterday. All the characteristics of Maya like Gunamayi, Daivi, Duratyaya. And only when you surrender unto Krishna, Mukti Pradata, Hari Eva, Harim Vina Mritim Na Taranti. So when we surrender unto Krishna, then we can overcome Maya. So that was discussed. So why do then everybody not surrender? Why does everyone not surrender unto you? who are the ones who surrender, who are the ones who don't surrender. So that's the discussion now. From 15 to 19, the impious never surrender and the pious do. So that's what is the topic. Uh, Four kinds of people who surrender unto Krishna, four kinds who don't surrender unto Krishna. So first Krishna begins by talking about those who surrender unto, those who don't surrender unto him. Text 15. Namam dushkritino mudha prapadyante naradhamaha mayaya pahrita jnana asuram bhavam ashritaha. Okay. Who wants to read?
Prabhuji, me Matsu?
Ah,
Should I read?
yeah, Vikram bro, please go ahead. Yes, Prabhu.
Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Hare Krishna. Dhanapad.
Yeah. So we can say that Krishna speaks about four pious souls who surrender unto him and four impious uh, categories of souls who don't surrender unto him. Uh, so he first tells who who are the ones who don't surrender unto him. Namam dushkritinoho prapadyante. Those who are dushkritis, those who are impious. Uh, Dushkriti can also mean those who are not very intelligent. Kriti can mean those who are very intelligent uh, or those who are very pious. Dushkriti, no, foolish people, or those who don't have much punya. They may be very intelligent, but they don't have the necessary punya. Uh, So, na prapadyante, they don't surrender unto me. Who are these? Mudhaha, naradhamaha, maya paritadnyanaha, asuram bhavam ashritaha. Four categories. First one is mudha, those who are grossly foolish. Naradhama, those who are lowest among the mankind. Maya paritadnyana, those whose knowledge is stolen by maya. And asuram bhavam ashrita, those who partake asuram bhavam. They have very much demoniac nature. They are like demons. Asuri bhav. They may be very sophisticated people, but they have the nature of the demons, right? Uh, Jayadvaita Maharaj, he wrote an article, Who is a Demon? Uh, so he says that, you know, the demon does not have to have those, horns on the head or, fangs coming out of the mouth, mm, reddish eyes or like that. No, he says a demon can be a person who is wearing suit and tie and, blazer and speaking a very polished language, very sophisticated. He can be a demon, he says. Your shopkeeper may be a demon, you know, your boss may be a demon, uh, your neighbor may be a demon. And the last line he says, you might yourself be a demon. He wrote an article. Jayadvaita Swami, right? How he writes very witty and writes in a very poignant manner. So, yeah, you yourself can be a demon. He writes like that. So it is asuram bhavam ashrita, right? Demoniac attitude. That's what is the point over here. Uh, So these four kinds of people, they are explained by Prabhupada in the purport. Uh, so you understand The definitions of these four kinds of people may vary depending upon the era also. Like the way these categories are analyzed by Vishwanath Chakravarti or Baladev Vidyabhushan, the meanings are very different than what Prabhupada has given. Uh, So you see, the acharyas, they expose the contemporary brands of Maya. Uh, you understand? The contemporary brands. So, mudhas or naradhamas. In the times of Baladev Vidyabhushan and in the times of Vishwanath Chakravarti, and these categories refer to a different sort of people. And in today's day and time, what does it mean by a mudha or naradhama? It's a different thing, right? Uh, in a Vedic context, it would mean different. In a postmodern context today, it would mean different. So Prabhupada gives very much the ideas which are relevant to today's generation like that. Uh, Otherwise, sometimes we may just take the meanings of acharyas and they may not be absolutely relevant in today's day and time, right? Practically 100% population may be then these people. Or there may be the case that even 10% population is not like that. uh, how they are defining Mudha or Naradhama or like that. So, what I'm trying to say is sometimes you see the Shastra is dynamic also, it is not static. So, certain words, especially when they're pertaining to aspects of Maya or the aspects of avidya, so those definitions Acharya may reveal as per the day, as per the time, as per time, place, circumstances. So if you take up meanings of these four categories from Baladev Vidyabhushan, uh, it's a very different kind of meaning that he explains. Prabhupada, he keeps it relevant to the today's day and time. That yes, we can see these people around like that, uh, in that manner. Mm. Uh, Otherwise, to be able to see people engrossed in karma kanda, who are following strictly the rules of karma kanda, not interested in bhakti. You hardly find such people in today's day and time. Forget about Western world. There, though, you may not find anyone like that. Huh? So, Prabhupada gives a very interesting meaning and appropriate observations. So, Prabhupada, you know, at this point, a question arises: how is that educated philosophers, scientists, businessmen, administrators, and all the leaders of ordinary men do not surrender to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, the all powerful personality of Godhead? Uh, How is that? Some people may be very intelligent, also, right? Philosophers, scientists, businessmen, administrators, powerful people, intelligent people. So, why do they not surrender to Krishna? The liberation is possible simply by surrendering unto lotus feet of Krishna, right? Mameva ye prapadyante, maya metam tarantite. Then why don't these intelligent and hardworking leaders adopt this simple method? The Gita answers this question very frankly. Uh, What is the answer? The answer is that they are dushkriti. Uh, They are actually not pious souls. They lack the necessary piety uh, to come to Krishna's lotus feet. Uh, the atheistic plan makers are described herein by the word dushkritinaha. Kriti means one who has performed meritorious work. Uh, Punya, that's the meaning. Kriti means one who has performed punya. Because the atheist brain is improperly utilized in opposing the plan of the Supreme Lord, the atheistic plan maker is called Dushkriti. So he is not. Why they cannot surrender unto Krishna? Because they are dushkriti, they don't have that piety. If some piety is there, then we see that they can turn to Krishna's lotus feet, even if it may be sakama, it may be with material desires, uh, like that. But they don't have that. Neither they may come in our association of devotees, even if somebody is not very greatly pious. Okay, like hippies, many of them, they were not very pious people, but then they came in association of, they took the association of Prabhupada, and by such Mahabhagavats association, then we see that how their life was transformed. So if one is not ready to come in association also, and one is not inherently pious also, then how will that such a person take to the process of surrendering unto Krishna, right? So that is dushkriti. uh, So they have all these plans and all, where they want to uh, defy the arrangement of the Lord. But Prabhupada says, under illusion and the modes of passion and ignorance, all his plans are baffled. Somebody who is just working hard but with no regard for Krishna. So we see that the plans in the material world may be baffled. Even if they are not baffled for some time, eventually they are baffled. Uh, How? By the influence of time. Time destroys everything, uh, isn't it? Kalaha paramadustaraha, kalosmi lokakshaya krita pravruddho. Uh, Time will ultimately baffle all the plans. For some time, one may succeed. Many people may not succeed for even some time, uh, right? It's possible. Hmm. They may just, that's it. They may just have the plans, right? After all, how many people achieve their dreams in the life? Not necessarily everyone, right? So many people cannot. Uh, so time or Maya baffles their plans. Even somebody like Hiranyakashipu and Ravana, who were so powerful, right? Even their plans were baffled. So what to speak of scientists and philosophers and all this? Uh, Prabhupada writes in Bhagavatam that the scientist is busy finding out the, the medicine so as to cure the death, but death is so cruel that he does not spare even the scientist himself, uh, isn't it? So you see, that's how God shows his ultimate control through time. uh, Even though one may be Einstein, or one may be whoever one is, Napoleon Bonaparte, or great conquerors like Alexander or whatever. Uh, Ultimately, time destroys everyone. Complete baffling. So, four kinds of people, because they lack the piety, uh, so they don't surrender usually to Krishna. So, you need some punya to surrender to Krishna, or at least then you need strong association of devotees, where then you may not have any punya, but by their association, you actually created some, credits by their association. Like Prabhupada said also to some devotees that he said, you did not have any credits. I created your credits. Credits meaning punya here, uh, the devotional credits, bhakti mukhi punya. So the mudhas, they are the first category. What is this category? The mudhas are those who are grossly foolish, like hardworking beasts of burden. The typical example of the beast of burden is the ass and the donkey, right? The ass does not really know for whom he works so hard day and night, uh, right? The donkey may work very, very hard for the washerman for some grass which is available anywhere. Uh, he can get it from anywhere, right? Why work so hard for getting some grass which is anyway growing here? growing everywhere. But the Mudha, the foolish category, he does not understand that why I have to work so hard just for material benefit. That's the point. If we're working hard for Krishna, well, that is fine. That is appreciable, uh, like that. But yes, better we remain very sure that we are doing it for Krishna, like that. Otherwise, in the material world, you know, everybody is working so hard sometimes trying to earn money, and then they are not able to get even basic pleasures of life. Uh, Someone may be working so hard. Like I saw when I came to Pune, uh, before that, I was staying in a small town. I was living in a small town. And then, first time I saw in my life that people traveling from Pune to Mumbai in the morning by train, uh, by Deccan Queen, they would take 3.5 hours journey. They would travel. And in the night after their work, they are taking another train, Deccan only, to come back to Pune. So I was like shocked. My God, 3.5 travels one way, then 3.5 back, 7 hours travel, and then at least 8, 9 hours work even in those days, right? 25 years back. Uh, so 16 to 17 hours the person is spending in the work and travel combined. So when he goes back at his home, 10 or 10:30, his child is asleep. The man's child is asleep. And when he is leaving in the morning, that time also child is asleep. Uh, so on the weekend, when he when he does not have to go to the office, he's at home, and then the child asks the mother, "Who is this man?" Uh, oh, beta, he is your father. Oh, my father. Huh? Okay. So, point is this: what I'm trying to say is this that the Mudha, the grossly foolish person, does not understand that if you are working that hard, at least you get to spend some time with your family. You get to eat some good food. You get some proper sleep. Uh, if even eating, sleeping, and such things are not being taken care, what is the use of such work? Uh, why should one work so hard? Uh, is it that earning a living is that difficult? It's so difficult that no, that is because of greed. Actually, many times people. It's not like there are no jobs in Pune, but sometimes because of greed, sometimes just because of some glamour. I work in Mumbai, like that. Even that also. Sometimes it would be, yeah, just some sort of status quo. Person gets adjusted in every situation. So you have struggle initially, you may feel struggle, but then you get settled. That's material world actually. In material world, the living entity can settle in every situation. Uh, it can settle in any species, right? Kapila Muni talks about this in third canto. Uh, Even in a hellish species, even in the hell, the living entity settles nicely. From one suffering to another, in the hell, there is a break. And in that break, all these guys who are getting punished by Yamadutas, they have their chit chat, they discuss their life story. कैसे चल रहा है तुम्हारा? हाँ, मेरा तो ठीक है, आज ज्यादा पिटाई नहीं हुई, शायद बाद में होगी बहुत पिटाई. Uh, in the hell, they're talking and thinking that socializing has some pleasure in it. What can living entities not get settled with? Anything, anything. Uh, so you can see this is a Mudha who is grossly foolish, uh, who cannot even enjoy the fruits of his hard work. He does not have even the basic pleasures of life, right? One may be working so hard and then he does not have basic appetite also, and he cannot eat certain things. He may get so many diseases and all, because of which a person may not cannot eat even proper food, and he is working so hard for others, like that. So not that we discourage hard work, we discourage meaningless hard work. Uh, we discourage hard work which is devoid of any understanding of life. Uh, so that's Mudha, who is grossly ignorant. He just doesn't understand that beyond this aspects of ahara, nidra, and all, there is also higher aspects in life. And why should I work hard just to, get some, just to have some uh, pleasure of that I'm earning so much, or like I'm working so hard and getting all these privileges and all. Bhagavatam stand is tavat karmani kurvita. No, not that one. Jivasya tattva jidnyasa nartho yascheh karma bhi. कामस्य नेन्द्रिय प्रीतिर लाभो जीवेत यावता जीवस्य तत्व जिज्ञासा नार्थो यश्चेह कर्म. Uh, the purpose of karma is not to give delight to the senses, but labho jiveta yavata. Uh, you give that much sense gratification by which we can live happily, peacefully in this world. Uh, so certain money is required for our subsistence, our family's subsistence, certain for future security and all. Yeah, that's fine. But if only money becomes the goal of life, then what happens? Then we see that we have to take up so much hardship sometimes. And then that can take a big toll on health and relationships and, uh, yeah, for devotees, even spiritual life, right? So that's why, yes, uh, we want to balance properly our material aspirations and also the spiritual aspiration. So anyway, this category is different. This category is grossly foolish. Those who just don't understand anything in life, they are just working hard and are not able to even enjoy at material level. What to speak of anything as other aspects. The ant sings poetry and philosophy sometimes, but this braying sound only disturbs others. This is the position of the foolish, fruity worker who does not know for whom he should work. Hmm. So it's just gross ignorance, huh? Like sometimes some people are just materialistic, they just don't understand anything about spiritual life. Gross atheists or that kind of people who are just grossly foolish this way. To such mudras, material gains which are destructible are life's all in all. Material gains, that's all. Paisa chahiye bas. Paisa and all the facilities that come with money, that's all. Uh, Sometimes they spend sleepless days and nights for fruitive gain. And although they may have ulcers, indigestion, they're satisfied with practically no food. तो किसके लिए काम कर रहा है इतना, like that, where one cannot eat a proper food also. The foolish workers thus waste their valuable time serving mammon, right? That's the biblical term. Uh, Whether you want to serve the God or you want to serve mammon. Mammon is, it's the unlawful wealth, uh, wealth which will become a cause of destruction. It's a wealth earned by greed. That's called mammon. Uh, So it will pollute the mind. Uh, The swine who eats the night soil do not care to accept sweetmeats made of sugar and ghee. Uh, Night soil, you know that phrase. Night soil means human excreta, uh, stool. Uh, so the swine, uh, you know, the pig. So for such a pig, what can he understand about halwa and, you know, kheer and take all the best sweets names, gulab jamun and all, right? So similarly, somebody who is just grossly foolish, mudha, just completely ignorant, they just don't understand about anything about spiritual life. What can they understand about Krishna, Krishna's pastimes and all? That is first category. Who are Naradhama, the lowest among mankind? So these are those who are socially and politically developed but have no religious principles. Huh? So the first ones, grossly foolish, they they may be, they may not have any understanding. They may be like Adivasis, they may be like heathens, those who are actually don't understand anything of spiritual life. So these are like grossly ignorant people. Uh, they may not have even good living conditions. They just are like, they just work hard, but they don't have even good living conditions and all. They are not able to have even sophistication of life. Uh, But the next class is Naradhama, those who are socially developed, politically developed. They may have sophisticated lives. They may have great wealth and, very wonderful facilities. These are polished people, uh, but they have no religious principles. So they are said to be Naradhamas. Uh, That's the point. Religion without God, nor is religion without God religion. Or sometimes they talk about religion but no God. Uh, so then, what's the purpose of following religious principles? So they may have extremely concocted ideas of their religion and all that. Uh, they may be wealthy, intelligent, beautiful people, uh, but they have no religious idea, understanding. Uh, these sort of people. Okay. So they are the Naradhamas. So sometimes they may be very pious people also, but they are not interested in God consciousness. Uh, they want to help each other and they want to do some social service. But religion, they don't want to. They have, like all these atheistic people, secular humanists and such people. Very famous term, secular humanist. So they talk about helping humans and being moral, but don't bring any God. Uh, be secular. So they're atheistic only. Atheistic, but they're moralists. So that sort of scenario may not survive much, no? If if you don't believe in God, then that morality also may become very flimsy. It may not survive much because you as soon as there is some sense gratification, one may think like, okay, who can stop me? Why should I stop? The person may become impulsive. Uh, if this feels good, if I feel that this is giving me joy, so why should I not do it? I will do it. If there is understanding of religion, then one may understand that one should not encroach upon others' property. Uh, ma Vruddha kasya svedhanam tena tyaktena bhunjita. Whatever is tyakta, whatever is kept for you, the quota, so you can accept that, uh, right? So Naradhamas, they may not understand these principles, uh, especially if they are atheistic, like that. They may be socially, politically developed. It's possible. So even the pious materialists will come in this, meaning they have some piety in their life. They do namaskara to sun as soon as they get up, and then they may just do some rituals and all that. But surrender unto Krishna, oh, that they don't want to do, right? So sometimes we see that even in India, some people come from very uh, sophisticated families like Brahmanas or even very wealthy Kshatriyas or aristocratic Vaishyas. But then you talk about surrendering unto Krishna, becoming a devotee, they are not interested. They feel like, don't tell us about all these things. We know, already we know everything. So actually, devotees are much better, even though they may not come from high class families, or they may not be very wealthy Kshatriyas or wealthy Vaishyas or whatever. But because they have surrender aspect, they are ready to dedicate their life in Krishna's service. So they are glorious. So this second category is, that's how these are sophisticated, educated, socially powerful, politically powerful people, but they don't have any real interest in God consciousness. Uh, It is the duty of the guardians of children to revive the divine consciousness dormant in them. So Prabhupada is talking about this aspect that, you know, natural instinct is there to pray to God, but what happens is a living entity, when he comes out in the material world, then he tends to forget because of the influence of surroundings. So that's why these samskaras are there, right? The Shavida samskaras and Manu and all, they talk about this. So because these samskaras are not happening, so Prabhupada says 99.9% of the population is Naradham. 99.9. So what remained then? 0.1. So point is, yes, in today's day and time, people may be very sophisticated in their approaches, but then you talk about religion, they are not interested. They don't want to talk about it. They feel, oh, keep it away, don't speak about religion. Just help each other, be nice, do nice, think nice, happy thoughts. Uh, Happy thoughts, but no actions. So then happiness will remain in the thought only, right? You have to also do some action, or they may do just some material action, not at the level of spiritual. So what happens in such cases is, uh, as soon as there is opportunity for sense gratification, all that morality will go for the toss. And then we see that that's how it happens, right? The biggest scams that have happened in financial world and all. So they have happened by such people who were before ultra moralists or like that, but then when the opportunity to earn a huge wealth came, or opportunities for sense gratification came, then they freaked out. So that is a naradhama. Hmm. The lowest amongst human beings can be delivered by this submissive hearing process only. So what's the way? Way is that they should hear about the principles of Bhagavad Dharma from devotees. Of course, any of these people, they can be delivered by association. Association will take care of all disqualifications, actually. Uh, in association, anyone can become a devotee. But otherwise, usually, to come to Krishna's lotus feet, you need a piety. Uh, Otherwise, one may not come like that, uh, this way. Third class is, the next class is Maya Aparita Jnana, or those whose erudite knowledge has been nullified by the influence of illusory material energy. So these are especially intellectuals. The prior category of Naradhamas, they may not be intellectuals, they may be powerful, they may be sophisticated, but especially the intellectual class is Maya Aparita Jnana. They are mostly very learned fellows, philosophers, poets, literati, scientists. These people, those who are intellectually, that's their prowess, uh, like philosophers, writers, poets, right? They are known as the literary community, intelligentsia. So these people, although being very intelligent in their understanding of certain material phenomena. But all that knowledge is stolen by Maya, and they don't understand anything about Supreme Lord. They don't want to explore anything about Supreme Lord and understand. No. Hmm. सो माया अपहरित ज्ञान, माया ने उनका ज्ञान जो है अपहरण कर लिया उसका, हाँ, अपहरित. हाँ. So they may have some intelligence, they may have some knowledge, but then that is bewildered, that is taken away, like that. So that's the point. These are the people, and like that also there are many, right? Big scientists, big philosophers, intellectuals. Sometimes these philosophers are outrightly atheistic also. Hmm. Like Buddhist philosophers or Jain philosophers, Charvak people. What to speak of atheistic scientists, Charles Darwin, or people like Richard Dawkins, or such people, very much atheistic and very vocal about denying the existence of God. Uh, so we see that these are Maya Paritadnyana. Their erudite knowledge, it's not making them understand a simple basic truth of how God is controlling everything. How is that? That is because, yes, Maya has bewildered them. Uh, they can think about material phenomena so deeply. Uh, the researchers and the scientists, right? They can see something which an ordinary brain cannot see. But they can't see something which is so obvious in terms of existence of God and understanding of life, laws of nature, uh, the truths of life, janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi. So sometimes they may not understand these things. Maya Aparita Jnana deride the personality of Supreme Lord and consider him merely another human being. They do not know that blessed form of human life is designed after the eternal and transcendental feature of the Supreme Lord. Hmm. They may consider Krishna to be an ordinary human being, right? They may think Krishna is like a politician. There are so many people who have written books on Krishna, saying that Krishna सबसे बढ़िया राजनेता थे. Krishna was the greatest politician, or Krishna was, yeah, I mean, all these ideas which don't talk about Krishna's supremacy. So, Maya Paritadnyana. And the last one is directly Asuram Bhavamashrita, which means those who are demoniac, openly atheistic, are these people. So they may want to, like they have demoniac nature only. They want to kill people, slaughter people, perform genocides, and just rule the people with power, brutal power, uh, atheistic people, this way. Or Prabhupada is putting even those who propagate the impersonal kind of feature uh, also in this category, because asuras try to kill the Lord by destroying Lord's body, and similarly the impersonalistic Mayavadi philosophers also want to kill the Lord by killing his personality, isn't it? So demon is trying to physically kill Lord, and Mayavadi is trying to intellectually kill Lord. But both of them want no existence of supreme personal God, especially. So that's why Prabhupada is putting them in this category. Asuram bhavam ashrita. Hmm. So not like categories are exactly watertight. Some categories may be in both places. They may be intellectuals, and still they may be very atheistic and very demoniac, very brutal. So that's possible. So these are not very You shouldn't consider that these are like just watertight boundaries, categories. Sometimes there may be people who may have characteristics of multiple categories. Uh, yes, but primarily like this, we can see four kinds of people. Uh, so these are like great demoniac people like Hitler or Stalin or such people who have such a demoniac nature, atheistic openly. Uh, so they killed so many people, just generations of people they killed. Uh, so, and still they didn't have any remorse for it. Uh, they felt that they have done a great service by doing these things. So we can see that that is because actually it's a demoniac nature this way. So previously also, right, these people were there, asuras, and now also that same kind of mentality. So this is how Sri Yamunacharya Alabandaru of South India said, so he's quoting from Stotra Ratna, "O my Lord, you are unknowable to persons involved with atheistic principles, despite your uncommon qualities, features, and activities. Despite your personalities being confirmed by all the revealed scriptures in the quality of goodness, and despite your being acknowledged by the famous authorities renowned for their depth of knowledge in the transcendental science and situated in the godly qualities." Hmm. So you see, he's saying that there are Shastras, there are Sadhus, hmm, Guru, all these personalities, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, they are revealing your glories, but still those who have atheistic nature, they defy uh, like that. So you see these sort of people in today's day and time, right? Those who are grossly foolish, that they just can't understand anything about spiritual life. Uh, that's not their level only. Or people, second people who are like very naradhamas, they are sophisticated, but they don't have anything to do with spiritual life. Third are greatly intelligent, intellectual people, but then they all their knowledge is stolen by Maya. And the last one is professed atheists. These are like proper, outright, open atheists. They want to destroy everything and just control. Okay, so those are the four categories which don't surrender to Krishna. Hmm. Now Krishna speaks about four categories which surrender to Krishna. चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम जना सुकृति नोर्जुन पार्थो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Vikram Prabhu. Okay, somebody else can read. Vikram Prabhu is not available.
O best among the Bharatas, O best among the Bharatas, four kind of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distress, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute.
Yeah, thank you. So, four kinds of people, pious men. So, Sukritinaha and Dushkritinaha. Uh, these two words are contrasted. Sukritina and Dushkritina. You see. So, Sukritina means those who have done great pious acts. So, you can see they are also of four categories. And usually, these four kinds of people they come to Krishna's lotus feet. Uh, they surrender unto Krishna's lotus feet. So, who are they? Artha, Jidnyasu, Artharthi, and Jnani, वो sign of the Bharatarshava. So, four categories now. Artha, Jignasu artharthya jnani. What is artha? One who is very distressed, uh, especially by suffering, great intense physical suffering or mental suffering, or one is being troubled by the enemies. That is artha. Uh, Especially the suffering aspect is very prominent. One may want relief from the suffering. That is called artha. Then Jignasu. Jignasu is inquisitive person. He wants to know. Acha, what is the spiritual life? What do these Hare Krishna devotees do? What is the goal of their life? Jidnyasa is there. Some of them may want to see what is there in Bhagavad Gita. They may want to learn Sanskrit and understand something from the Sanskrit. And so Jigyasa is there. They may want to also know what is bhakti, what is yoga, what is karma, inquisitiveness. It may not be the case that they have come with a desire to surrender to Krishna, but point is they have that inquisitiveness. They want to know certain things and all. Uh, so they come to Krishna's lotus feet in order to understand these things. Third is artharthi, the desirer of wealth, artharthi, artharthi. So he wants some wealth or some position, some power, some privilege. Uh, there is a desire to attain either wealth or that which is attainable by wealth, meaning one may want some power, position, privileges, like that. That is an artharthi. And finally, jnani, the learned soul. Uh, yeah, one who knows things as they are, Prabhupada says. Uh, so these are the four kinds of people who come to Krishna. Hmm. So now what does this mean that these are the four kinds of people who come to Krishna? Uh, is it that apart from them, nobody else comes to Krishna? No, not like that. Uh, The point is, yeah, these categories are very common. Even we see in our life, right? How did we come to Krishna consciousness? So we can see that many of us might be falling into that uh, three categories, first three categories, right? Any of them. We might have come to Krishna consciousness because Artha, we were distressed because of something. And then in that distress, somebody asked us, why don't you come to temple? So we came to like that. Or some of us may be very inquisitive. They wanted to know what is this, what is this, what do these devotees do, how, why do they chant, why do they dance, what is karma, what is yoga, what is jnana, jigyasa. Uh, Artharthi, some may come to get wealth. Uh, this is quite common, right? Many are artharthi. Uh, People come to temple. Most of them they have this desire to get some wealth or benefits or like that, right? Prabhupada would say that this is one of the very much prominent category, artharthi, uh, this way. And finally, jnani. Jnani is the one with full knowledge. He's interested in Krishna only. That's why he's coming to Krishna's lotus feet. That's the fourth person you can see. Jnani is actually not coming with any material desire, uh, like that. So you see, out of these four are distressed, right? Earth, sorry. So out of these four distressed Artha, uh, then we can put below them the desirer of wealth, Then third is inquisitive one. And fourth is the learned, jnani. So these three, no, first three, they are known as sakama. Uh, These are sakam bhaktas, sakama bhaktas. Uh, While the learned, the jnani, he is known as nishkama. Nishkama. Uh, So it means that he is selfless uh, or free from material desires. Sakam bhaktas, they have their selfish purpose. Hmm. So, both of these categories, uh, they are coming to Krishna that's their glory. Uh, but still, one is Sakama Bhakta, meaning they have selfish desire. uh, and with that selfish desire, they come to Krishna. While Nishkama is selfless person. He does not have selfish desires. That is jnani, the learned. So we talked about their desires, that how these desires are there within them, this way. So the fourth one, especially jnani, that's why it's considered very rare because one is coming with a clear-cut desire to surrender unto Krishna. So what are the examples of this in Shastra? Distressed, yes. You must have heard the examples. You want to tell anyone? Uh, what's the example of distressed? Distressed, under distress, a devotee coming to Krishna, a devotee or a soul. Rajendra Prabhu, boliye.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Gajendra.
Gajendra, very nice. Huh? Gajendra, that's the example of distressed, under distress, coming to Lord's feet. Who is the
Dhruva.
desirer? Someone else can tell. Someone else can tell. The desire of wealth, अर्थार्थी कौन है एग्जाम्पल अर्थार्थी someone went to the Lord with a huge desire to earn wealth or a position or like that. Very famous example from Bhagavatam.
Dhruva Maharaj, Prabhuji.
Yes, that's right. Dhruva. So Dhruva is the example of Artharthi. He wanted a kingdom which would be greater than his great grandfather, Brahma also. Inquisitive, who is the example? Who approached Lord or devotees with inquisitiveness? Anyone knows the example of inquisitiveness? Shripadanguj Prabhu, yes.
Parikshit Maharaj.
No, not Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj is, he was already Mahabhagavat, no? Shaunaka Adi Munis. Okay. Shaunaka and the sages. Shaunaka and the sages. These sages, no, Shaunak Muni and 88,000 sages were there who had assembled in Naimisharanya. So these Shaunak, Shaunak was their leader, Kulapati. So these sages and Shaunaka, they were actually inquisitive when they began in the beginning. They were inquisitive and slowly they transformed into devotees. They were not devotees right in the beginning. Vishwanath Chakravarti explains this very nicely in his commentary. So he says that initially Shaunak and the sages, they in fact were Swargakamis. They desired to go to Swarga by performing that sacrifice initially. And initially who was the speaker in that sacrifice? Romharshana Suta, father of Suta Goswami. So initially they sat with that desire, but hearing from Romharshana, they became Jigyasu. तो स्वर्गकामी थे, पहले तो स्वर्ग की कामना वाले थे, लेकिन वहां से उनके हृदय में जिज्ञासा हो गई कि मोक्ष क्या होता है, भक्ति क्या होती है, ज्ञान क्या होता है, इसके बारे में भी सुनना चाहेंगे. So that's when they became inquisitive, you can say. And then somehow Balramji, he killed Romaharshana, and then Suta Goswami became the speaker. So by Suta Goswami's association, they became devotees. Otherwise, they were sages. Fine, sages is okay, but they were not, you can say, devotees, like in the sense that in Vedic life, every sage is obviously has some devotion, but we are talking devotees in terms of the proper devotional path, the path of Kevala Bhakti. So we see that these sages, they Bhakti rase spruha, Vishwanath Chakravarti says. भक्ति रस में इच्छा हो गई उनकी सूत गोस्वामी जी के संग के कारण. उसके पहले तो वो जिज्ञासु लोग थे एक्चुअली, बस. So that is Shaunaka and the sages. And then finally, what's the example of Jnani? Who knows the example of Jnani? A Jnani approaching Lord or his devotees.
Shukdev Goswami Prabhuji. Shukdev
Shukdev,
Goswami.
okay, yeah, acceptable. Shukdev also is an example. The best example is Kumaras. Shukdev also is fine. Shukdev is special in that sense. But especially Kumaras, because the Kumaras, Chatush Kumaras, they came to the Supreme Lord on their own, actually. They were going around and then they came to Vaikuntha and got attracted to Lord. Of course, Kumaras were also prayed for by Brahma and Narada. That is there. Brahma wanted them to become devotees. Before that, they were only interested in Brahman. But they knew about Bhagavan, Brahman, Paramatma, and all these aspects. So when they came to Vaikuntha, they came with a pure desire to see the Lord. And they did not come with a desire to attain moksha or something. No. They wanted to see the Supreme Lord. Indeed, they wanted to get his darshan. So that was their nishkama, selfless desire. In a way, Shukdev also, we see that he just came back from the forest and he wanted to study Bhagavatam under Vyasadeva because he felt so attracted by Krishna. He did not have the knowledge of Krishna and his personality and all that. He wanted to know. That's why he came in that sense. So as far as Kumaras were concerned, they had the knowledge of understanding of Krishna. And so they came with that desire, but they had never, like they were always merged in that happiness of the Brahman, the Brahman. But at this point of time, they came to Vaikuntha, Rama Vaikuntha, they came at the doors of Rama Vaikuntha to get the darshan of Narayana. So examples like Kumaras, we can see that, or Shukdev, we can see that these are the example of Jnanis approaching the Supreme Lord with a selfless desire, with a desire to know more about him, the desire to see him. in that sense. So you can see that's why Sakam Bhaktas and Nishkama Bhaktas. This Jnani, the fourth category, he does not have any desire of moksha also. Remember, uh, Kumaras or Shukdev approaching the Lord was not with desire for moksha. Uh, Although moksha they considered to be the highest goal, but it was not that they approached the Lord for that. Uh, They approached the Lord with a pure desire to know about Him, to hear Him, to see Him. That's the point. So that is what is a jnani here. He is selfless. He is not having even mukti's desire because that would make him a sakam bhakta. Uh, the fourth category in sakam bhakta is mukti kami. ये बात है मुक्ति की इच्छा कामना करने वाले दैट इज मुक्ति कामी तो ये निष्काम कैटेगरी ज्ञानी इज नॉट मुक्ति कामी and you understand this subtle difference. Jnani is interested in Krishna only. That's the point. He has the understanding, he has at least certain understanding of Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan, and then he approaches Bhagavan with a desire to know him, attain him, see him, uh, surrender unto him, like that, uh, in this way. So that's how these three categories, and the fourth one, which is Nishkama, they are different. So, where is that? Here. Okay, fine. So that's how these four categories are there. Artha, Jidnasu, Artharthi. And the fourth one is Jnani. So these three categories and the fourth one, all of them, what is the peculiarity? What is the speciality? They all four of them, they worship the Lord, like they surrender and worship the Lord consistently. See this category called Artha. See this category called Artha, distressed or Artharthi, desirer of wealth. What happens if their desires are fulfilled? Do they go away? No. Like Devata. Suppose somebody worships a Devata. Now, when Devata fulfills that desire, that's it, done, right? That's Karma Kand. You worship a personality as long as you get the fulfillment of the desire. Once that is completed, finished, then you don't have to worship. So, is that idea there in these four people who approach Krishna? Hmm. That once their desire is fulfilled, they give up the worship? No, they continue to worship the Lord. They might come with a certain material desire, but even when material desire is fulfilled, they continue to worship the Lord. That is their speciality, these people's speciality. So they may have come with sakam desire, but it's not that it is bhava like the karma kand. As soon as desire is over, finished, that's it. No. No, they continue to worship the Lord. They don't give up the worship of the Lord. They continue with greater gratitude, and they have gratitude, and they continue to worship even with greater enthusiasm. They may continue to have the sakam bhav also. It's possible. Like Lord fulfilled a certain desire, so they are more enthusiastic in worshipping, and then they may continue to have that material desire also, unless and until they meet some devotees who teach them that, oh, this is not how you worship the Lord. Our service should be nishkama. It should be free from the material desires. Then they may be transformed into path of pure devotional service. Till that point, it is mixed path. It is path mixed with these material desires. So these three devotees are called as Karma Mishra Bhaktas. Karma Mishra Bhakti. And this Nishkama one, he is known as Jnana Mishra Bhakti. These three categories are called what? Karma Mishra. They have mixture of karma in their bhakti. Karma means in the path of karma, there is a desire for some material benefit. So that's why it is Karma Mishra Bhakti. But as far as Jnana Mishra Bhakti is, there is some mixture of jnana, but it's not like it is a mundane. It's a desire of material things. Not even mukti also, but still some mixture of jnana is there because these devotees they like to glorify Lord with a lot of jnana, and typically they are in shantarasa. That's the point. These devotees they are in shantarasa. This way. Of course, Shukdev is a different example. Shukdev is extraordinary that although he was from Jnani background, but he became a greatly ecstatic Premi Bhakta by association of Vyasdev and the devotees. Uh, so Shukdev is exceptional. Uh, Otherwise, usually these Jnani category, they have Shantarati, they develop towards the Lord Shantarati. This is the point. Okay. So that's how these two categories are there. So a devotee is beyond these categories, like path of bhakti that we follow, Uttama Bhakti. Are they Sakam Bhaktas? No. Are they Nishkam Jnanis? No. We are neither of these. I mean, we initially may have these attitudes, right? Somebody may have been Artha before, distressed. Somebody may be Artharthi. Someone may be Jigyasu. But once we start practicing path of bhakti, then our path of bhakti is neither Karma Mishra Bhakti nor Jnana Mishra Bhakti, but it is Kevala Bhakti, pure devotional service. We are followers of this path. So typically, the followers of this path, they attain what? Dasya Ras, Sakhya Ras, Vatsalya Ras, and Madhurya. Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Jnana Mishra Bhaktas, they attain what? They attain Shantarati or Shantaras, you could say Shantarati or Shantaras. तो ज्ञानी वाले जो है ना वो शांतरति वाले होते हैं. ये तीन लोगों का क्या होता है फिर आप बोलोगे? ये तीन लोग देखो, अगर इनको भक्तों का संग मिला तो ये सारे के सारे केवल भक्त बन सकते हैं. नहीं तो फिर इस स्तर पे उनको ना मुक्ति मिलती है, सालोक्य वगैरह ये सब मुक्ति के अधिकारी बन जाते हो. सालोक्य, सामीप्य, such muktis, salokya and other muktis. If they maintain this bhava of karma mishra bhakti, then typically they get these muktis. If you are a jnani, then you get shantarati. And if you are a kevala bhakta, then you get dasya sakhya vatsalya madhurya. Such. This is all Vishwanath Chakravarti has done this analysis. I'm not getting into great details, but I want to at least tell some principles so that you are clear with which category is. So, as Hare Krishna devotees, we are supposed to be practitioners of Kevala Bhakti, pure devotional service. This is the point. These people also, these Sakam Bhaktas and then these Nishkam Gyanis, if they get association of devotees, no, then they can also come to this path of Kevala Bhakti. But if they don't get the association of devotees, then they remain on that path. And that path is of Jnana Mishra Bhakti or Karma Mishra Bhakti, where they can have some material desires like these, but still they will be considered devotees. They are devotees because they never leave Krishna's lotus feet. But it is still a bhakti mixed with karma, bhakti mixed with jnana, while this one is bhakti devoid of mixture of karma and jnana. This way. So that's how it is. So how do these Sakam Bhaktas and Nishkam Bhaktas come to Kevala Bhakti standard? What is the way? Association. Association of practitioners of Kevala Bhakti. तो ये बात है. If they get that association, then they can come to this path in that way. So you can see Kevala Bhakti's path is greater than even the Jnana path, like that, Nishkam path, this one. Why? Because here there is no mixture of Jnana also. A devotee is purely desirous of serving Krishna and pleasing Krishna. And that's it. He's not interested in any kind of jnana kind of aspect along with Krishna. So this is the point of these categories. All right. Artha Jidnasu Artharthi. So we'll just take Prabhupada's purport and pause because yes, I will stop. I just started late, so I took some liberty to go late. Unlike the miscreants, there are adherents of regulative principles of scriptures, and they are called Sukritinaha. So they are more or less devoted to the Lord. These persons come to Supreme Lord for devotional service under different conditions. They are not pure devotees. You understand? They are not pure devotees because they have some aspiration to fulfill in exchange for devotional service. Pure devotional service is without aspiration and without desire. Of course, on this path, we may also not be yet fully pure. But point is, at least we have accepted the ideal of pure devotional service. हाँ, ये बात को अच्छे से समझिए. कोई ऐसा कह सकता है कि अरे भले मैंने भी दीक्षा ली है लेकिन मेरा हृदय शुद्ध नहीं है. हाँ, कम से कम आपने शुद्ध भक्ति के आदर्श को तो स्वीकार किया है ना. लेकिन इन लोगों का कैसा रहता है, ये सकाम जो है वो तो उस आदर्श को ही स्वीकार नहीं किया है. उनकी तो भक्ति की प्रैक्टिस ही वैसी है कि लेट्स गो टू कृष्णा एंड आस्क हिम फॉर मटेरियल बेनिफिट. अप्रोच कृष्णा एंड आस्क हिम फॉर relief of the distress. Go to Krishna and want to get fulfillment of all my inquiries. That's the difference. Sadhaka of bhakti also may not be pure, but he has not accepted such a definition of bhakti. He has accepted anya bhilashita shunyam jnana karmadhyanavritam anukulyena krishnanushilanam bhaktiruttama. ये अंतर है दोनों में, इसको समझिए. When these four kinds of persons come to Supreme Lord for devotional service and are completely purified by the association of pure devotee, they also become pure devotees. देखिए, Prabhupada is writing nicely. If they get association of pure devotees, then they also become pure devotees. Otherwise, they stay like that, on that Sakam Bhav, Karma Mishra Bhakti. This way. In fact, Prabhupada is saying what to speak of these four kinds of persons, even those dushkritis, miscreants. They are selfish, but even some of them by chance, when they come in contact with a pure devotee, also become pure devotee. So that's the point. With association, whether somebody is Dushkriti, Sukruti doesn't matter. Uh, That's why in our preaching, we don't put any bar. Are you Sukruti? Are you Dushkruti? Only Sukriti is allowed. ऐसा रहता है क्या? In our temples, we put a banner. Only pious souls allowed. Sinful souls, other way. Not like that, right? Because association can transform anyone. Uh, Anyone, Dushkriti or Sukriti, fine. No problem. Anyone it can transform. Uh, as long as such a purified stage is not attained, devotional service and transcendental service to the Lord are tainted with fruitive activities. तो देखो वैसा है वो. As long as these four categories of people, they don't meet pure devotional service, I mean pure devotees, then they remain on their platform. So Jnani is still better because Jnani is Nishkama, he does not have material desires. But still he is less compared to Kevala Bhakta. Why? Because his attachment to to the Supreme Lord, it has a certain jnana kind of tinge. You know what is precisely that tinge? That tinge means he wants to glorify and remember the Lord in connection with his Aishwarya, in connection with his material world's working. भगवान को वो क्या पसंद करता है भगवान के बारे में बोलना कि भगवान कैसे त्रिगुणों के अधिपति है, माया के अधिपति है, कैसे सृष्टि करते हैं, कैसे संहार करते हैं, कैसे सर्ग विसर्ग स्थान. He wants to glorify the Lord in connection with the material world. That's a Jnana Mishra kind of bhakti. But as devotees, as the path practitioners of Kevala Bhakta, we want to glorify Krishna purely in terms of his dealings with his devotee, his sweet persona, his nama, rupa, guna, leela. Uh, we may understand tattva also, we may understand how Krishna is controlling this world, that is fine. But beyond that, we have to become interested in Krishna's personality. Krishna's personal qualities, how what is Krishna's form, how is his, what are his qualities, how does he behave with his devotees, right? That's all Chaitanya Charitamrita. How does Krishna behave with his devotees? Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's Kevala Bhakti. It is beyond even Jnana Mishra Bhakti. So amongst the four categories, the three are Sakamas, the fourth one is Nishkama. But still, these both are Mishra Bhakti. Beyond this Mishra Bhakti is Kevala Bhakti, which is ours. So this is the beautiful analysis done by Vishwant Chakravarti Thakur. So he uses some technical terms and all. I'll explain them in the next session, no problem. It's just that you understood the fundamental concept now, what it is. So rest of the verses then are clear to you. They will become very clear because you understood what does fundamentally that category mean. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so yeah, seventh chapter, yes, has a lot of concepts important. So yeah, one more session probably we'll need and then we can end. Okay. Any question you have on this? Otherwise we can pause. Shri Padamboja Prabhu, yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
in 14th shloka purport, Naradama section, there is a mention of 10 reformatory ceremonies from Manusmriti. What is this exactly, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Prabhu, these are Dashavida Samskaras, Dasha Samskaras, as you know. These are very popular 10 samskaras that a person should go for parishuddhi, for becoming susamskrita, literally. You have heard this term susamskrita. So who is actually samskrita? One who has undergone samskar. So जिसका संस्कार होता है उसे संस्कृत या सुसंस्कृत कहते हैं. So these are the samskaras, Prabhu, like jata karma, simantonayanam, namakarana, vidyarambha. These all samskaras are there in traditional Brahmin families or even other Dvija families like Kshatriya, Vaishyas. So we see that these samskaras, they are given to the child. So samskaras are counted differently. Sometimes there are 16 samskaras. Sometimes these 10 are there, which are very popular. Sometimes they are even more than that also. So Dashavid samskaras are popular, Prabhu. Yeah, beginning with Garbhadhan. That's the first one. And then Jatakarma and further all that. All the way up to Antya Samskar. That's the final one. Cremation. So, yes, Prabhu, these are the samskaras. So, you want to know about these samskaras? Yeah, there are some books I can suggest. You can find the info there. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Anything else? Okay, so, note these categories and understand them nicely. So, of course, 2, 3 more verses are there which will talk about these categories. So, we'll meet in the next week, Monday, and we'll continue this discussion. Okay. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.